They might have aged
Our Girl
out.
Scouts are sort of like in name only at this point. They're just hanging on to get that gold award and,
I have little flags. If we get some Girl Scouts, I can bring them.
Okay, 5 o'clock. Brooke, are we ready to go? Just for the Tree Advisory Committee, we are on live stream tonight, so this is a live meeting. We'll call the meeting to order at 5 p.m. Our roll call, Richard Wertz, President, Kathy Thomas,
here.
Meg Jones,
Here.
Joanne Cummings,
Here.
Dana Merida,
Here.
Brian Brutus,
Here.
Lindsay Purcell, absent, Jason Wilson,
Here.
and Jim Farr,
Here.
and Chip.
I'd be here.
Okay. The first point of business is announcements, and we have no presentations, but our announcement is Saturday, April 27th, we have our Arbor Day celebration. It's at the Urban Forest at 10 a.m. Our mayor informed me today he will not be there. We do have a proclamation that I or someone will read. 10:05, we'll do a pledge and a flag and taps. I have Doug Demery will be here. So we'll have some comments and then a tree planting demonstration and a pruning demonstration with Jim Farr and Jason Wilson. Any questions or comments? Hopefully everyone can be there. Secondly, and this would fall under the new business, we will have a tent supplied by Chip for the, what's that called? The Main Street Festival?
Fall Festival.
The Fall Festival in downtown Franklin that we need to plan for. Any questions or comments for the Arbor Day? Okay, I'm going to skip over the tree ordinance for a moment. We covered the Arbor Day activities. The Arbor Day celebration will be there, and then we will have a display downtown. I assume it would be similar to what we've done last year, and I need some help or assistance with it. This will be the first year I've been here in a few years. Normally I'm out of town south.
Wait,
Is this the Fall Festival?
you mean
It's
on
not the
Arbor
Fall
Day?
Fest. Don't we have something on that Saturday after Arbor Day? We don't? Okay, so it'll be the Fall Fest. We got plenty of time then for the Fall Festival.
There's Spring Vintage Fest.
Vintage Fest, yeah.
Okay,
That's
but that, we're not part of that. Okay,
We're not
somehow I
that
got
old.
mixed up. Okay, so we have the Arbor Day and some handout stuff. The city tree ordinance, I talked with Joanna and I tried to get with Lindsay. That is something that's going to require time. You should all have, there's 3 documents: the City of Franklin Tree Care Manual, the Tree Board, and forget what the other one is. It's
City-
about the
is there a
trees,
city
general
or-
provisions.
City ordinance, city tree ordinance or something,
Yeah,
isn't there?
yeah, there's 3
Yeah,
other
there's an
documents.
ordinance.
City of Franklin tree ordinance.
And I think we need to come up, I mentioned Joanna, we need to come up with a date that would allow us 2 hours to go through this, and I would like everyone to have marked it up a little bit. The one thing from June 21st last year, we talked about the Cowrie pear is not an acceptable street tree, and it should be removed. So take some discussion.
If you have a month in mind, I can get with Missy Jones and see what's available in the chambers for you for a 2-hour.
Okay, what is the time that works for everyone? We've kind of kicked this down the road and we need to address it.
5 o'clock's fine with me for, but
I'm more interested in a date that fits everyone's schedule. If somebody can throw out something in May, the 7th is out, it's election day.
that week of the 12th, I'm in training all week for work. The end of the month is Memorial Day weekend.
What about the 9th?
What does the night sound like,
It's a Thursday.
Jim and Jason?
I think I could make the 9th work. I don't
Yeah, I'm good.
anticipate anything coming up.
Kathy,
Like 5 to 7?
5 to 7?
Works for me.
Yeah, it works.
So
I don't know.
I'll get with
We all
Missy
need to be here.
and send a group email.
We do want you here.
I don't know. I'm just trying to get out of
Right,
town.
yeah, he emailed me, he wants to have a chance to review the document,
If you can, we'd like to.
because he'll have a lot of good
I know you got
input.
a lot of good information here. Got a lot of good input.
Oh, well, that's sweet. Thanks, Dick. I think we'll be fine.
It's okay, we'll tentatively set May 7th, 5 to 7.
7th?
9th.
The 9th from 5 to 7.
Oh, the 9th, Thursday. And Brooke, will you take care of getting it advertised in in our room?
Yep.
Okay.
Richard, what's the third? So there's a manual, an ordinance. What's the third one? A care manual. I know I've seen it.
I'll show you the 3 documents. They should have given you all
Yeah,
one of
we've-
these.
Yeah, we had them back.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
So it's the tree care manual.
Oh, it's the
I
tree
have
board, our description, basically, the description of what we are.
Okay. Tree board description.
that. Okay.
I've got them right here. I can send them all right now on the phone. if they want.
What was the third one called? Tree care manual, tree ordinance.
He's just passing it.
It was a description of the tree board.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, I think it's still.
Okay, so we're set.
Does anybody else want to look, see these or pass mine to Richard?
Okay. Okay. Like I mentioned, June 21st, we talked about the cow repair. Do we want to address that now or wait?
For getting it out of,
Getting it out of our manual?
The pair?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, just do it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's a given.
it's a given, all right?
yeah,
So it's a unanimous,
Yeah.
won't even take a vote, it's unanimous. We'll go ahead and take care of that and have it removed.
Were there other trees? I mean, it's been a while since I've looked at the ordinance, but were there other trees, do you remember, Joanne, that,
I don't think
Stood
there was
out.
anything that was like inherently invasive on the list, but I don't recall. It's been a really long
Yeah.
time since I've looked
Yeah,
at the
same.
list.
okay.
I just remember that sticking out and like almost freaking out over it. I was like, how is that still on the list?
And you gotta remember, that's a 2011 document.
Right, yeah.
I think I marked 5 or 6 trees on there that I wanted removed.
Yeah, there are a few on there that just aren't great for street trees anyway, so, but I just don't recall what those are. I did not, since I knew we weren't gonna go over that, I didn't look.
Okay. Jim and Jason, your reports for the city.
Do we need to agree on that? Like, do a thing where we all go aye on the calorie repair thing?
I just said it was unanimous
Oh,
to remove
okay,
it
sorry, missed that.
in the minutes, so unanimous.
Just saying
The only thing I have, we've removed a handful of hazardous trees, I guess. Nothing too large. They're all fairly small trees. I've placed an order, or getting ready to place an order for some trees to pick up next week. So I'll pick up the tree for Arbor Day next week. Still working slowly on the tree inventory, trying to get that straightened out. But just adding trees that the city's required plantings for new housing additions, and then the things that we've planted over the past 10 years.
Any damage from the flood that came through?
Tree-wise?
Yes.
Nope. We didn't have,
I guess I should say flood and wind.
Yeah, we had from the last year, April, the tornado come through April last year. I think we only had since then 2 street trees come down. The rest have been residential trees.
That's good.
Well, that's positive. The new additions are getting the trees that are required?
As far as I know, everything I've seen has been,
Yeah, and they're also
Fine.
moving them back into the lawns, so that we're not gonna be, constricted by the sidewalk in the street in the tree lawn area. They're actually back in the homeowners.
Oh,
lawn.
that's nice.
So,
Yeah,
very nice.
yeah.
sweet.
Anything else, Jason?
Yeah, we've been working on the East Jefferson Street sidewalk program that's going on, that the city's doing, and spending a little bit of time out there making sure that the trees have all been assessed and that the sidewalk's not gonna be, you know, encroaching on the root flare or the trunk flare. So, basically, we've set them back somewhere, instead of 4 to 6 inches, they're gonna be about 18 inches from those trees, so.
Yeah, I drove it this morning, everything looked pretty good. There was, I didn't see anything root damage wise, what they put down through there.
No,
Didn't damage
no,
anything really.
it's basically skim level and pour. They're not gonna, they weren't gonna take any true depth that was gonna
Yeah.
interfere. So we've been working with Crossroad engineers on that. And then they call, we run out and check a few trees, and I think we're pretty much, for the most part, we're done on the north side. Now, when they start the south side, we'll go out there and assess those too. I did several while I was there, but they're not gonna be bothered.
There's a pretty large oak tree.
It's a beautiful.
Yeah, it's in, basically, he's kind of like catty-cornered across from where we live, because I live on Orchard,
Yeah.
so, and I wondered if that tree would be in the way because
They'll-
it's
they'll be-
kind of close.
They'll be moving the sidewalk somewhat to
Nice,
accommodate that.
good,
Yeah.
good, that's a beautiful oak tree, I'm glad to hear that. I know when I talked to that landowner, he wasn't sure, couple of years ago, he had a yard sale and we were talking about that a little bit, and he was like, I don't know what's gonna happen, so I'm glad to hear.
Yeah, and I spoke to him a couple of years ago about galls and things that were on it, and it's, you know, the tree was
Yeah.
gonna be fine.
Cool.
I see there's no public comments, so the advisory committee comments. Brian?
I don't have anything.
Nope.
Dana? Joanna?
I don't really have anything.
Kathy? Jim or Jason, anything else?
I'm good.
Chip?
Got nothing.
Okay, just want to check in because I have some acquaintances or friends. August 29th, we're still set for the wildflower and wine event at Richard's Brick Oven.
Yep, weather permitting.
Hey, we'll come even without the weather.
What's it called again?
Wildflowers and wine.
Wildflowers and wine event.
Okay.
And
Yeah, it
I
was
did
super
invite
hot.
some friends, there's some lady friends that said, well, they would love to do something like that. So make sure we get it advertised when we get to August.
What time are we thinking?
20.
I don't know, what time did you do it
29th.
before?
I think
We did
we'd
at
had
5.
like a meeting at 5 and then it started at 5:30 or 6.
Right.
5:30? Okay.
I'll see if I can scrape up a musician or
Okay, find somebody and
scrape up.
we'll get to walk your gardens again.
Do we have other meetings scheduled besides the one, so you've got Thursday, June
June 27th.
27th? Yeah, that's on here.
Yes.
The one in May that we just made. Do we have any
Uh,
others scheduled?
The 28th is a fall festival booth,
September.
or September 28th. And then we have October 24th. I could ask Brooke to resend, we have a calendar, and they get published in the journal also. And March 28th, we didn't realize, when I talked with Chip, was, my grandson said, well, Papa, there's not gonna be anybody in Franklin, that's spring break, so we moved it back. Our next meeting is June 27th at 5 PM, and a special meeting on May 9th. To really, only piece of business will be the city tree ordinance for Franklin. If there's nothing else, we can take a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I second.
Motion second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye.